Yo, what's good? It's your boy Peak. I'm back in this bit with another video. We've made a comeback, bro. I'm telling you right now, we just reached 200 plus subscribers, bro. That is gas. I don't know what, bro. Oh, yeah. I'm gassed, bro. Like, we actually reached 200 subscribers. Like, I'm speechless. Like, I don't know what to say, bro. Oh, you guys are amazing, man. You know what? Yeah, so I'm planning to finish off the series today. What if Tanjiro was like Zoro? So that's all I got to say. I really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe. Roll the intro.
Yeah.
Alright, so before we start, I have something to say. My mic is a bit edgy. I bought a new one, and my Kind Master stopped working, so I have to like restart editing all the videos, and like then I have to do the voice recording and stuff. So if you hear little blip on the mic and stuff, you know, I apologize. It's the mic, and I'm gonna be using it for a while. I hope the audio is clearer than before, but you know, let's just get back into the video. Alright, so my mic, presto, it's gone. I must have lost it, so there's gonna be like background noise until I find it. And you know, the background is not mine. As you can see, it says iStock by Getty Images. But yeah, you know, as I said before, my Kind Master stopped working. I'm sorry I'm taking up the what if time, but this will be about 30 to 40 minutes. And you know, I had to, you know, it cancelled my payment, so I don't know what happened. So, but doesn't really matter. Just continue with our videos like normal, and if I get my computer fixed, I will be using OBS. So let's get it. So last time I left you guys off with Inosuke asking Tanjiro for a duel. Now Tanjiro would accept the duel, and Inosuke and Tanjiro would just get straight at it. Now Tanjiro wouldn't whip out his swords, as he's been working out for like most of his life, you know, well, you know, carrying coal like every day back, you know, which, you know, strengthened him a bit, and, you know, made his body get some endurance, and, you know, made his skin a bit thicker since he was in cold weather. And, you know, Inosuke is just built different completely, and they would have the scrap, and, you know, Tanjiro would still be punching him and, you know, getting in hits, as Inosuke would do that one extraordinary move where he does London Bridge, but like extremely weirdly way. I don't know how he's bending all the way back, but yeah, he does that move and Tanjiro's in complete shock, as, you know, he uses a chance that Tanjiro's in shock and, you know, boots him in his face, as, you know, Tanjiro would lose that duel because, you know, he's not as flexible as, well, Inosuke. Now, you know, now Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke would, you know, go into the house and bury all the dead bodies, and, you know, they would have a memorial for them. And we go down to see Tanjiro talking to the kids after the memorial service, as, you know, Tanjiro would say to stay together and beware of demons, and that they should leave now, because when it becomes night, they're going to be vulnerable to demon attacks. As you know, this would get the kids scared, and you know, they would run off, even though they would want to stay with Tanjiro, Inosuke, and Zenitsu. But you know, they would have to go. And as soon as they leave, a raven comes. Now the raven would tell them to go to Mount Natsugumo, and you know, they would make their way to Mount Natsugumo. Now, you know, they would arrive, they would be talking on the way, eating, you know, and it would be like around the night. So it would be getting near to night time, so the demons would be out and lurking in the forest. As Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke would see what do you call them again? Yeah, just a basic demon slayer running out of the forest, full speed, and is dragged back by a string, and his neck is cracked. As this would horrify them, you know, they would be in absolute disgust, and this would like enrage Tanjiro, and Inosuke would be getting excited, seeing as like there's gonna be a challenge, even though he's very disgusted about what just happened. And Zenitsu is just damn right scared. As you know, they would run in the forest and they would start helping demon slayers by cutting off the strings and, you know, all of that and good stuff that they did at the first part. As you know, they would cut the strings, help demon slayers, and they would reach near around the center of the forest, where they would meet what was it? I think it was, yeah, they would meet the spider demon, yeah, which is not the other one, the mother one, you know, Rui's mother, yeah. So they would meet the demon mother, and you know, Inosuke would stab his sword in the ground and use that sense that he had, and they would be able to find her, and so they would meet her, as she would be controlling strings, you know, moving them about, killing demon slayers. As you know, while she was doing this, she was singing songs and, you know, laughing and, you know, somewhat going insane. Now Tanjiro would dash in using all his speed, and Inosuke would follow right behind him, but they are punched by the father demon, you know, the demon that's the father. As Inosuke would, you know, say, Tanjiro, go help. Manjiro. Yeah, it's Manjiro, go kill the spider demon, and I'll handle the other one. Yeah, I don't know Japanese, man. I'm sorry. I am a subbed guy though, I don't listen to dub. Let's just get that right. So they would Inosuke would literally try handling the male demon. It wouldn't go too well for him, I'm telling you, because he would have got punched in his ribs, which would have broke all three of them ribs, and but he still had the other side, would have made him cough blood, and I think, and one of the ribs would pierce his liver, and you know, this would, you know, make, you know, I'm saying, you know, so much, this would make Inosuke like weak and spit up a lot of blood, and Goooooo comes in and literally saves Inosuke and kills the father demon. And we go to Zenitsu and Take, and yeah. Now they would have walked together while Tanjiro and Inosuke would have split up. They would have split up with Tanjiro and Inosuke, and Zenitsu and Take would be together. Now Zenitsu would, you know, be acting like the leader, acting like he's the strongest there, because I think he's stronger than Takeo as of right now, as you know, Takeo is a bit younger, so he's not as well developed as Zenitsu. As you know, sorry, you don't know, do you? But yes you do, but sorry. Now Zenitsu would of course, you know, see the spider demon. Now Zenitsu's boots would be bro, his timbers would have been shivered, okay? That's what I'm trying to say. He would have been shaken in his boots, bro. Like, I know he literally saw a one-headed, like, oh my goodness. He literally saw a dude with a head and like 8 legs. Like, that's creepy. As Zenitsu would get like bare scared. He would be like, oh my goodness, is that a one-headed spider? As you know, Zenitsu would obviously wear himself and he would just get knocked out. And Takeo would be in disbelief. I mean, he saw the same thing, but he's not scared because he's in a world of demons. So I'm sorry. So Takeo would literally, you know, go in and, you know, he'd get ready to fight the demon. But the spider demon was literally having it under control, and, you know, he would literally be blitzing Takeo. As Takeo would be in absolute distress, like not knowing what to do, as he's being circled. And now Takeo would, like, you know, have no clue of what to do, and, you know, he'd be stressing as the spider literally got his like spider bombs onto him, or whatever creatures those are, and they would literally start biting Takeo. So it's the same thing they did to Zenitsu. As you know, Takeo would be like getting eaten like alive, basically. He's getting bitten, as Zenitsu would literally just wake up. No, well, not necessarily wake up, but would go into his like lightning power form, thunder breathing form, and would literally just take all the spiders off Takeo and, you know, throw him backwards, and would literally just do the same thing he did in the anime. But he would still get some bites and stuff. He would get bitten by spiders. So it's the same thing that happened in the anime. So it happened to Takeo, but Zenitsu freed Takeo, but the spider got the spider bombs or whatever they are onto Zenitsu. Zenitsu bursts out of it with his thunder and slices off the spider demon's head. And this spider demon is the sun spider demon, and, you know, he would be killed, and Zenitsu would get knocked out along with Takeo. Now we go back to Tanjiro, who is, you know, fighting the spider demon, the mum spider demon, and, you know, he'd be on it, bro, like Centauri, Onigiri, Nintori. Oh, I forgot the word. And, you know, he'd be using 32-pound phonics, and he would just be going wild, bro. 32-pound phonics, 64-pound phonics, slicing all of the what's it called again? The spider webs, yeah. He would be using like all of his like moves that he knows of now to, you know, remove the spider webs, and, you know, it'd be working pretty well. And so Tanjiro would be doing pretty well against the demon, and the demon would be in shock. She would be like, am I going to die? I don't want to die. I need to live. And basically this would give her a little power up because she tasted fear, and this would like make things more difficult for Tanjiro. And Tanjiro would be getting like a bit you know, worried, because he was hearing like more he was hearing like so much demon slayers getting their bones cracked and stuff, and you know, this would be scaring him. And like, so Tanjiro would decide to, you know, get serious, as basically nearly all of his cameras are dying. So Zoro uses his Yaki Onigiri, which is his like flaming onigiri. I think he used it against the monkeys. I'm not sure. I didn't think it was. No. It was oh, it was against Usopp. From being blown against Mr. 5. Yeah. And so he would use this flaming attack to, you know, cut the webs. And okay, this would literally cut the webs easier. And sorry. And you know, Tanjiro would, you know, just be smoking the mum in general, and he would, you know, see that she's starting to cry, as you know, she'd be going a bit insane as well at the same time. So Tanjiro decides to use like a swift small attack, as he would just use a normal onigiri, just slice her neck off, because I think that's his like, you know, less hurtful move, I think. And yeah, he would use that to kill the mum demon. Now Tanjiro would start running off with Nezuko in his box, and he would be looking to find Inosuke, Zenitsu, and his brother Takeo. As by that time Hashirahs came, and they collected Takeo and Zenitsu, and since they already collected Takeo because he was knocked out, you know, they took him back to the base, and Zenitsu as well. Now Tanjiro would have Inosuke got taken as well, and now Tanjiro would have found Ryu, and you know, Rui, or whatever his name is. As Tanjiro would have found him, well, he would have found Tanjiro and he would have challenged him. Now the fight would go somewhat similar. You know, Rui would be using his webs, and Tanjiro would find it very hard cutting them. You know, using onigiris, you know, toragari. I don't think I pronounced it properly. You know, I forgot the Ashura move that Zoro has. I forgot what it's called, but like the 6 Ashura moves, he'll be using like basically most of his overpowered moves to try and get the webs, which would be working. And you know, he would have gotten so close to Rui at one point that he decided he would use his blood webs, and he would decide to use that, as now it would have been like hella difficult for Tanjiro, and this would like make Tanjiro realize that how weak he really is, as his breathing would be out of control, his sword moves got a bit sloppy, but he decided to use his final move on the blood webs. And you know, this is his most powerful attack as of right now. Santori Ogi. I nailed that, I don't care, I nailed that. As he would use this one, this Santori Ogi, and literally slice through the blood webs, and he was just about to get to Rui, and he saw it himself, but he detached his head and quickly. So then Nezuko would, you know, Tanjiro would fall and, you know, be like half conscious, and Nezuko would try to take over, and you know, the same thing would happen to her, but Tanjiro wasn't there to help her, so she would get strung up, and Giyu would come. Now Giyu just got back from helping Inosuke, I would run to Tanjiro. As you know, he would see Tanjiro, he would see Nezuko in the the spider webs. As you know, he'd be like wondering like what's going on, and then he sees Tanjiro on the floor. So this is getting like Gyu a bit in shock now, as he would literally dash and help Tanjiro using his 11th water form to kill Ri. Now we go to one of the weirdest parts of the thing of the mountain arc. Shinobu comes, and you know, they hear like an alarm saying capture Tanjiro Kamado, Takeo Kamado, and Nezuko Kamado. Now this would shock Tanjiro, as he never knew that they found out that his sister was that they knew who his sister was. As you know, Gil would be like, oh snap, as just when he's telling them to like run away or something, we see Shinobu coming in and saying, I don't think that's a wise choice. As Gil would be like, oh, Shinobu. As Shinobu like, Gil, are you behind this? With that one irritating smile that Gil hates. As Gil would say, nah, not at all. But you know, they would have that little scrap fight or whatever, and they would end up in that like weird position. I don't know what type of position that is, but it's some type of position. Whoa, wait, pause. It's not them types of position. I'm talking about like a different, like it's just some weird position, like yeah, let's just say that. Yeah, so they would end up in that position, and you know, Tanjiro put Nezuko in the box and dash. Literally, he would literally dash, as Nezuko would be like, so Tanjiro would dash, Nezuko would hop out the box, and like that she was in a while ago, because she sensed someone coming, and you know, Tanjiro said if anything happened to him, she had to just get out of the box and run. So it kind of falls out the sky as soon as Nezuko comes out, jumps on Tanjiro and knocks him out, and runs after Nezuko. Now Nezuko would be doing that one run, the Nezuko run, and you know, she'd be getting pretty far until she's captured, of course, and they put her back in the box. They take Tanjiro as well. Tako's already at the place, and they would bring him to their master or leader, whatever. I forgot what his name was. Now, the whole situation would happen with Tanjiro being questioned, and you know, he wouldn't like what they were doing to his sister. Sorry if there's background noise. I'm moving my legs in like pain. Yeah. So we go to where they start questioning Tanjiro, and you know, this is getting Tanjiro kind of mad, bro. Like, why are they questioning him? For what reason? Like, what has he done? And you know, Nezuko is in the box still, and the master turns up, and they find out, and Tanjiro and Take find out that the master knows that their sister is a demon. Now the Wind Hashira would you know, go up to the box, and he would, you know, do that blood thing, and Tanjiro would get into a scrap with him again. You know, that whole confrontation like happens again. Oh, and I have something to say. So I think someone commented on a video saying why doesn't Tanjiro have wind breathing? Well, Tanjiro doesn't have wind breathing because there's already a wind Hashira, and if anything, Tanjiro's breathing would be like air breathing or haki breathing, which I'm planning to give him in the future. Maybe, I'm not sure about that one, but yeah. So that would haki breathing would be like his second form. So I think it's more like air breathing. So he's able. So I'm already spoiling what I planned for the future. So I'm gonna just shut my mouth right now. So yeah. Now we go to the rehabilitation training. Alright, so how is it that I'm going over the audio and I'm sounding mad goofy? Actually, it doesn't matter. Anyways, so we are skipping to the rehabilitation training. Now, you know, they end up at Shinobi's house, yeah, her yard, and they meet Kano, and Tanjiro recognizes her as the girl who knocked him out. As you know, they would continue their training there, so you know they get to training. I think wait, I think it's that part. Yeah, it is. They train like, you know, the cup training as well with the tea, and with their breathing into those big things. That sounds mad. Okay, one second. The bottles, they breathe into the bottles to try and make it burst, you know, push-ups with stones, and you know, after the rehabilitation, you know, they get hella stronger. Now Tanjiro would have found out some new things about his breathing. So this is what I was waiting for this arc. Now since Tanjiro got stronger, he is able to now, you know, cut through like earth somewhat. He's able to cut through like air. He's able to cut through air, so it's kind of like space-time, but it's not. So he's able to cut through air, which is a result of him getting stronger. So it's kind of like a Whitebeard. You know how he can, like, you know, make things like, what's it called again? Yeah, I forgot what Whitebeard's devil fruit power is called, but you know how you can like slice things in half, and he's not really slicing it in half, but you feel me? Waving sound flip. Nah, I'm sorry. I'm just messing it up for myself. Yeah, so he's able to do. It's kind of like what Whitebeard does. So it is like Whitebeard, but on a lesser level degree. It's like, oh, tremor fruit. That's what Whitebeard has, the tremor fruit, I think. And yeah, so it's like the tremor fruit, but lesser. So he could just cut through air, and like it's a very powerful cut. So Tanjiro is able to do that, and you know, he realizes he has more to learn about his breathing style. Now we go to a raven who's flying around and sent straight from the master's house, and the raven, yeah, spots Tanjiro, Zenitsu, Inosuke, and Takeo training. As he dives down and lands on the ground, as he tells Tanjiro, Takeo, Zenitsu, Inosuke that they have another mission: Mugen Train. Now they as a group would head out to, you know, they would start walking you know, into the big city, something they know absolutely nothing about, as they would have that weird moment where they're literally tracing the chain, not knowing what it is, thinking it's a demon, because it is a demon. But yeah, wait, what? That makes no sense. So is Inosuke literally telling the future? Because bro thought it was a demon, and it is a demon. Anyways, they would cause a ruckus, and like, you know, police would start following them, but they managed to hop on the right train. And you know, they would go inside and they would meet Rengoku. Kyojiro Rengoku. Alright, and yeah, they would meet him on the bus, on the train. As you know, they would enter Dreamworld, that weird place, Dreamworld. As you know, they would enter it, and after like, you know, being put to sleep by like train mandem. As you know, they fall asleep on each other, and Nezuko is the only one who's awake. As you know, Zoro loves to sleep. I'm pretty sure we all know this. So Tanjiro would still be sleeping even though he's out of the dreamland or whatever, as Nezuko cut the thing for him, I think. Yeah, she headbutted him, so like the string got cut. So Tanjiro wakes up and then goes back to sleep, while Rengoku, you know, he wakes up fully and, you know, gets to killing Mandem on the train. And Zenitsu and Inosuke wake up as well, and they see Tanjiro still asleep. So, and you know, Takeo literally is like right there, literally sitting with Nezuko, trying to wake up Tanjiro as well. And then, you know, Zenitsu and Inosuke decide to punch him. They punch him awake, and they get to business on the train. They start finding out that the train is demonic, which Inosuke predicted. And, you know, they're on work. They're literally, you know, busting up the train, trying to kill all the demonic stuff on the train. And, you know, they succeed, and they find the eye and they kill it. That's what they think. Wait, now I'm waffling. They meet, well, Rengoku meets the slasher, I think, that slasher demon. And then Tanjiro, Zenitsu, Inosuke, and flipping Takeo and Nezuko meet Enemu, that one demon. And, you know, they start, you know, fighting it. And it ends up the same in canon. And they find the eye, and they slash it, and, you know, the train stops and literally splits in half and falls over the edge of the train track. As Rengoku would, you know, jump out the train, so would Tanjiro and Inosuke and Zenitsu. Now Tanjiro would still have that broken arm, like the same thing in the anime. And then we get to see one of the saddest parts in the anime: Rengoku vs Asukawa. Now they would have the same fight, and at one point, you know, Rengoku would have like control over the whole fight as of one point, and he would have stabbed Asukawa in his leg and removing one leg from Asukawa, and Asukawa would grow back his leg and would try to punch, you know, Rengoku. But Tanjiro having enough of the fight, seeing as Rengoku is like basically nearly dead, but he's not dead, he's like going through it, as Tanjiro would decide to help Rengoku and would literally just blitz in, like, you know, getting pissed that literally Rengoku is getting rocked by a demon, and that's saying something. Now Tanjiro would be getting mad, like literally, and, you know, he would use Nintoru 64-pound Phoenix, you know, and Santori Ogi, you know, Torinagashi. Did I say it properly? I butchered it. Toronagashi. Keep messing it up. And, you know, and he would literally just be using all the moves that he equipped
after his fight, as now he would do the 108-pound phoenix, which would literally catch Asuka's off guard and slice like both of his arms off. But he would mostly tank the attack, and Rengoku would try to finish him off. But instead of Rengoku finishing him off, he uses the form he created, and with what was it, 8th form Rengoku, and he would do that same exact thing. That was spectacular. I do not care. That scene was spectacular, bro. The animators were on something that day. They made something so beautiful, right? As Rengoku would literally go in and catch Asuka's off guard, because the whole move itself was beautiful. As he would get Asuka's neck, and Tanjiro would try to help, but Rengoku would tell him to stay out of it. As he would be really close, he would be getting into his neck, as he would use the rest and the remaining part of his willpower to just try and slice his neck. But as Kasa punches Rengoku in his stomach, blowing out his stomach. That sounds gay. Pause. I mean, there's nothing wrong with gay people, I'm not gay, so. But yeah, what am I waffling about? Excuse me. You punch him in the stomach, leaving a hole, and yeah, that would be the death of Rengoku. Now, Tanjiro would still be mad, he would be absolutely sad. He tried to do something, didn't work, he couldn't kill him. As this would make Tanjiro absolutely mad, as he would literally say that he's gonna get revenge on Asuka's. He's gonna kill him and make him feel the same pain Rengoku felt. But Rengoku died smiling. He died smiling, happy that he died for the sake of protecting his young demon slayers. Now, we skip to the next arc. Which is what's the arc called again? Entertainment arc, as far as I'm concerned. Yes, the entertainment district.
So we see Tanjiro, Zenitsu, Takeo, and Inosuke training, and some random demon slayer literally pulls up with speed, bro, he's literally running very fast, and he enters the house, not the house, but you know what I'm talking about. He enters Shinobu's humble abode, and kidnaps Aoi, I think her name is, and he picks her up and says, "Oh, I'm taking her with me too." I forgot what the place was called again, but yeah, as Zenitsu, Inosuke, Tanjiro, and Takeo got on guard and jumped on different porches and surrounded the Sound Hashira, not knowing it's him. So they surround him, thinking they can do something to him, which they can't. And that whole confrontation happens. It still doesn't go well for them. And instead of Aoi going, Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke, along with Takeo, head out to the entertainment district with the Sound Hashira. Now they speed off, and the Sound Hashira is way in front. Tanjiro is a little bit behind. He's been training as well, of course. So this, because of him training so hard, it pushed Inosuke and Zenitsu to train harder, along with Take. So now they're somewhat faster than they were in canon, and they speed off with Tengen. Now they arrive at the entertainment district, and they have to be dressed up as girls, as they are looking for Tengen's wives. So they're dressed up as girls, and some of them get picked, and it doesn't work out too well for Zenitsu or Tanjiro, but Inosuke gets picked like straight away, and they get taken to prostitute houses. And Nezuko is still in flipping Tanjiro's box, and excuse me, they're out and about roaming around. So there's like lots of recruiters who recruit them to join their hookup station or whatever. And they take Inosuke, they take Tanjiro, and they take Zenitsu eventually, and they get taken into the prostitute houses. Now they would start their search the same as in the anime, and I think we should just skip to one of the most important parts, which is the fight between Daiki, Nezuko, Tanjiro, Zenitsu, Take. Now, of course, like the same thing would go planned until this point. So they would find out like what happened with Tengen's wives, and they would find Daiki and her strings. And now we pull up to the scrap. Now Tanjiro is he's ready for this, bro. And forgot to mention earlier that he has like one band, but it's not a do-rag like what Zoro has. Zoro has a do-rag. He has like a band that he puts on his forehead, like around his forehead, like a sports band. It's like that, but like old-time-ish. So he wraps it around his head, and then he's ready to fight, bro. He's fired up, and he gets ready to scrap. So he's going at full speed, using his air breathing, bro. I'm telling you, he's using like some new techniques with his air breathing, like penetrating slice, pause, because penetrating sounds mad. But yeah, let's just call it the penetrating slash. And he would be using all his other overpowered techniques that he learned. And he would be using like all his other techniques against Daiki, and it would be pretty hard for him. And Zenitsu and Tanjiro, I forgot what happened to them that episode, but yeah, they got released. I think one of them got caught in the bands, I'm not sure, but yeah, let's just say they both got caught in the bands, and then they got out after Tanjiro sliced the bands. And Tengen comes and he starts to face Daiki and slices off her head in an instant. Now, of course, Tengen waits for her to die, saying that she's not even a forgot what you call them, a high-ranking demon. And she's getting like bare pissed, and she starts crying, saying that, oh, I am a high-ranking demon. I am a high-ranking demon. And then she starts saying like weird stuff like, brother, help me, they're bullying me, this guy's bullying me. Bro pops out, and he's ready to scrap Tengen, but he's like,
I'm jealous of you. You got this, yeah, you're kinda handsome and this. Oh, you've got 3 wives. That makes it worse. I'm jealous. You know, that same talk as in the anime. And they get to scrap him. And, you know, it would be equal fights. It would be like, it would be pretty equal. And then, you know, I think the same thing in the anime would happen to Tengen, but Tanjiro would step in, you know, before Tengen got his arm cut off. And now Tanjiro would be facing the actual 6 what do you call them, man? I forgot what you call them. Wait 1 second. Kizuki, Kizuki, yeah. And you say she's not Kizuki, and you know and so sorry. Tanjiro would be facing the real 6 Kizuki, and you know, he'd be doing pretty well. You know, he'd be using like stuff like Toronagashi, and like, you know, Tatsumaki. I can't lie, this whole time I've been speaking, I've just been naming Zoro's moves. But you know, I haven't done what is in a while, so I need to start like warming up and getting back to my storytelling voice, and you know, actually storytelling. So you know, he'd be using like actually pound and 108 pound phonics, sorry. You know, other techniques, Ichigori, which is like, you know that one move he did against the giraffe in I think it was what arc was this? Enies Lobby, yeah. You know, where his arms literally got like mad buff and he just sliced. Like, yeah, that's Ichigiri, and he used that like, cause he's bare strong. I know they don't have weights, but he's been like lifting like heavy rocks and stuff, and so you know, basically Tanjiro would be he'll be doing way better than he'd be doing in canon, and you know, Gyutaro would be doing as well as he did. But Tanjiro was making like bare improvements, and Tengen is there helping as well, so Gyutaro is literally like getting overpowered. And like, you know, let me get into a bit of the fight details. Tengen would use one of his sound sword attacks and would literally slice off Gyutaro's arm. Gyutaro would grow it back, and Tanjiro would come in and try to slice off Gyutaro's neck, which wouldn't work. So Tengen would come in and just use a sound wave and try to, you know, get the other side of the neck. But Gyutaro would like throw his blades like boomerangs and make them come back. So one was aiming for Tengen, one was aiming for Tanjiro. Tengen blocked his, Tanjiro ducked the other one, and Gyutaro would catch it before his own weapon hit him. Now Tanjiro would do a 360 spin after, you know, ducking, like, because he landed on the ground, jumped back up, 360 spinned it, and you know, went in for an arm attack, but the attack was looking like it was going for the stomach, the ribs. But then after he changed the direction of his sword and sliced Gyutaro's arm off, Tengen would come in, slice the other arm of Gyutaro off, and then they would simultaneously just aim for his neck, both of them using like some of their strongest attacks. And
you know, it would end in Gitaro having only a little portion, like the middle part where, you know, where the Adam apple is, right there. There's only like a little part left, and Gitaro's neck gets chopped off, and so they can't. Gitaro's body starts to fade, right? While his lower half, but Tanjiro kicks Gitaro's head, so it's separated far away from his body. Now Zenitsu and Inosuke right now, yeah, along with Takeo, are literally soloing Daiki. She's literally holding chops from the left and the right. Zenitsu with lightning strikes, aiming for the top of her head. She's trying to slice her in half. And then we have Takeo and Inosuke aiming for the sides of her neck. And you know they're doing hella well. They're getting right to her. And simultaneously, sorry, I can't pronounce words properly. So Tengen and Tanjiro come in and slice Daiki's legs. Now she's wondering like what happened to her brother. They slice up her legs, right? Cause like they can, and you know Zenitsu, Takeo, and Inosuke, excuse me, they you know, basically nearly cut her neck, but she uses her little bands, slaps them all into different buildings. Now I decided to push the Nezuko vs Daiki fight a bit more up. Now Nezuko really hasn't had any fight experience except with Rui, and so Nezuko seeing her brother Zenitsu, like both of her brothers Zenitsu and Inosuke, in a whole different building, like nearly knocked out. Like Tengen like fell right into his wives, like all three of them. And Nezuko is getting mad, so she gets up, and same thing happens in canon. Daiki is literally getting stomped. Zenitsu, Takeo, and Inosuke wake up to see Nezuko in demon form. Tanjiro is, you know, waking up as well. He never got really knocked out, but he was like recovering stamina, and jumped up and went for Nezuko along with Takeo, and they subdued her like in canon. Well, like Tanjiro did in canon. And so they subdued her and carried on fighting Daiki. In the end, Daiki got smoked, died with her brother, but you know, it wasn't actually a real brother. Now, I think the next arc is the... One second. So, the next arc after the entertainment district is the Swordsmith Village arc. Now, like, I think this is the arc where I think it's where they meet that. Oh yeah. So, you know, after the Gitaro fight, my bad, I kind of forgot like the story. Now I have watched Demon Slayer in a long time, and like in this arc, you know, Tanjiro broke his sword, and you know, he had to go to the guy who created his sword in the first place. Now, bro got so mad that he literally tried to kill Tanjiro. Now he was like actually trying this time. Like, he was ready to get banished from his village just to kill this guy. So if there's any noises. So he was literally
fighting lengths just to go kill this guy. And right, I think this is where the scene where Mitsuri's in like the hot tub naked, that part, and then Tanjiro goes in and sees her, and all of that happens, and we go and we see the kid. So basically the swordsman arc would be the same as an anime, the sword village training arc, and the same battle would happen with Michiru, but it would go a bit different. Let me just explain it. Now Tanjiro would find Michiru fighting like bear demons, and he was doing quite badly, but he unlocked his Demon Slayer arc, mark, like what Tanjiro has. And this is like, actually no, let me show you. Anyway, so they would be fighting with like those two guys. I forgot. Yeah, the person who split their body in like 4 pieces, and like they were attacking Nezuko, Michiru, Tanjiro, and Tanjiro wouldn't be doing too bad, but the same thing would happen as in the anime. You would kind of get clapped, but not as badly as the Tanjiro in the anime did. So I'll explain this fight as well. Now Tanjiro would literally just slice off the demon's arm and try to break the spear that it was holding. So he would break the spear, and the demon would get bare mad, and he would literally try to stomp Tanjiro out, but it wouldn't go too well for him because he would still be getting stabbed with a sword, and until Tanjiro's sword was kicked away by the demon. And by the way, I'm not talking about the sword that the guy the sword the guy's using, the guy's making, sorry, but it's like a spear sword. And so yes, the swordman village will still be under attack, as I was saying before, and in the end Tanjiro would go try to help Nezuko, but Nezuko would be doing somewhat fine. She's doing a bit better in the anime and than in the anime, and Tanjiro and her would be getting like ganged upon by 3 of them, while the 4th one's literally handling Michiru. And so they would be getting beaten, and so the main one who's fighting Michiru would decide that, nah, I've had it, bro, I'm bringing them all back to myself. And he would absorb some of the dead people as well to make himself stronger. And so Tanjiro and Nezuko would no longer be getting attacked. Now Michiru would be it's the same thing that happened in the anime. And now Michiru would be using his Demon Slayer mark to try and kill this powerful demon. And Tanjiro would come in and try to help. Now we skip that and we go to the demon who has just seen the guy making Tanjiro's sword. I don't know his name. I forgot his name. I don't think we knew his name. But yeah. Now he would still be making Tanjiro's sword, and he's literally being looked down upon by this weird demon talking about art. And he would still be making Tanjiro's sword, but then he's killed. But the sword's still laying. I don't care. Tanjiro's other sword is laying, and he would sadly die. And Tanjiro and Michiro would be trying to kill this demon, and the other one would come in and help as well. And Michiro would fight the other one instead, and Tanjiro would be fighting the big demon. Now Tanjiro would be like, they're actually doing well, using like onigiri and others, some of Zoro's other techniques, and he'd be thinking that this puny human's kind of strong, but he's not stronger than me. And Michiro would have by that time killed off that other demon, the art demon, and would have come back to help Tanjiro. And Tanjiro is about to get punched, punched like to a far away land. Michiro uses his sword, which breaks, and takes up Tanjiro's sword and attacks the demon. But in the end, Michiro dies, and before he dies, he thinks about his twin. Like that arc was actually sad, cause I really felt for Michiro. But next arc is the Hashira training arc. Now in this arc was the arc to gain the mark that would help them be stronger. I would like multiply their movements and their strengths. Like it's basically a buff that would help them kill demons. Now the demon slayers that were participating would be Shinobu, Goooooo, Tengen, because he still has his arms in this. The Stone Hashira, the Wind Hashira, I forgot their names. And Shinobu's student, Kanao. Like basically all of the people that were there before, including Tengen. And they'd get ready to get the mark. Now they'd be training vigorously, going to each Hashira's house, trying to train to get stronger. And this arc is literally just training. And now Mr. Muzin, Michael Jackson, B-Tech, Dollar Store Michael Jackson, right? He is out here looking for Nezuko because he wants to find out how he can, also obtain not being affected by the sun, wanting this disease so that he can not trying to get rid of the disease so that he can live forever. Now we go to the next arc. So I remembered the Stone Hashira's name, it was like Hijima or something. But yeah, the next arc is the final battle arc. And I'm not sure Demon Slayer has done this arc yet, I'm not sure yet. But I read it on the manga, I read it. it's a pretty disappointing end to this story. I'm pretty sure some people agree with me, but yeah. Now, in this arc, everyone literally raids Muzen's whole entire yard. They're raiding his. They literally raid where the Kizuki stay. Now, Muzan is like telling his Kizuki to like try kill the demon slayers. Now I can't lie, a lot of them would die in the anime, and we'll have a few like Gyu and Hijima and Stone Hashira. The Hashiras, we'll get some of their memories because Hashira's like Shinobi would die. The Hashira Gyu would die, and the Stone Hashira would die, and his brother would die. As they would be fighting like the different demons, and Gyu would have died fighting Askazan. I forgot if Gyu died in the anime. I'm pretty sure he didn't, but if he did, I probably didn't remember. But yes, Tanjiro, Stone Hashira, Inosuke, Izuki, Zenitsu, Takeo, Nezuko, they would all end up fighting Muzan in broad daylight. Now, in this, Muzan would turn into this giant baby, but would still be getting attacked by the demon slayers. And it was at dawn, like it was getting near night apparently. I think in the anime it was getting near night. So the sun was still out, but they were stabbing Muzan and trying to kill him, and it was working like very well, and the demon slayers were surprised. And in the end, Tanjiro got the finishing blow, chopping off Muzan's neck and letting the sun burn him. But something happened. Muzan took control of Tanjiro's body and started to attack the demon slayers. And Nezuko would hug Tanjiro and tend to snap out of being a demon. And this would work, and as the same in the anime. Now, this is the end of this entire series. If you enjoyed it, I'll try to create more enjoyable content for you guys to watch. If you didn't really like this particular episode, I apologize, and I'm sorry I've gotten it out so late because I'm on holiday right now, so I haven't really gotten the time to do anything because I'm visiting my grandparents, but I'm in my hometown in Jamaica, JA, you feel me? So I'm chilling here, and I need to pick up the phone and start recording for you guys. Thank you for subscribing, bruv. 200 plus. Let's go. I saw a comment the other day saying that, nah bro, he took too long, I'm not gonna watch him anymore. All I said was damn, because like my phone got taken away. I think I explained it, but it's alright, man. It's alright. But I thank you guys for actually watching this. You probably will watch the end, but I really don't care, but have a good holiday wherever you are. God bless. And I hope you keep watching my content. And I hope you like the new update for the channel. And please join the Discord. Please like and subscribe. And I think I will be I'm gonna be doing some future series on my Discord, and because I don't have a community tab, I can't post like what I'm planning to do. So if you go on my Discord, you'll see it. But say